Hi, I'm Anna Maria Clement and co-director of Hippocrates Health Institute. And today I want to show you butternut squash. So butternut is a form of winter squash, and it has been used for the last 10,000 years, Central America and Mexico very much. But of course, as time went by, we all loved it, and it moved here, and we do a lot of things with it. You can either bake this squash, you just cut it in half. I usually just have a sharp knife and I cut it in half, or I cut pieces that I steam. And inside here you will find that there is a big piece that have seeds. And these seeds, don't throw them away, bake them. You can, if you have a dehydrator, you can put it in there, or you can bake them on low grade. And these are great proteins, so this is something that we want to keep. Now, so when I want to steam them, what I do, I just cut slices right down. So I just cut big slices like that, and I put them in the steamer. Good thing why I'm using butternut squash is it is a great food. And you see this beautiful orange color. That means that it has a lot of lutein, which is great for the whole body, but especially our eyesight that we want to keep, right? So it also has big amount of vitamin A and C. It actually, a cup of this has about 100% of the vitamin A that you need, about 40% of the vitamin C. So you look for vitamin A and C in a lot of other places, but you have it here. There is a little bit of sugar in here too. Of course, it's a natural sugar, but if I have a severe problem with cancer or diabetes, maybe I will have less of this and I do more of the root vegetables. Root vegetables like parsnips, amazing food, amazing minerals. And I love it because it's such a great flavor. I use a little bit of carrots, and carrots, of course, beta-carotene, everybody knows how good this is. So it's making a great soup. Celery, organic sodium, will help us make it a little bit saltier. And then I have turnip. And turnip has so much mineral, and it's such a beautiful vegetable. And I will spice it up with rosemary. And rosemary is amazing digestion help, plus it is an amazing spice. I mean, everybody loves that. I put now garam masala. So garam masala is a mix. It's very much used in Indian cooking, and it's a mix of many spices, from clove, from cardamom, from cumin, from cinnamon, from nutmeg, and so on. There's a lot in here. So this really makes it easier because it takes the place of a lot. I use a little bit of Bragg's amino sodium, and if you, of course, you could use other kinds of sodium if you want kelp or nori or dulse powder as a salt. Now, sesame oil, organic, of course, I'll use a little bit of that to also help the flavor. Now, so this I steamed, of course, so I did this ahead of time. Now, I don't want to get rid of the water that they've been steaming in, so that is what I'm going to use to put in the blender. So here it comes out, and I'm going to put it here first. So here is my mix of all these things that I already made to show you, and then I have a lot of liquid here. So I'm going to use that into the blender. So here we go. So to make it easy, so you put it in the blender, and it's a mix here now. I have the squash, I have the celery, oh, and I have the onion, and I have parsnips. Okay, then I'll take a little bit of this water, and we blend it. And we'll fill up with more. You don't want soup to be too thick or too thin, right? So now I'll add a little bit to taste of the garam masala. And I chop a little bit of the rosemary to taste. Oh, and I forgot to tell you about ginger. Ginger, why do we use ginger in so many things? Well, ginger is this root. We use ginger because it's a natural antiviral, antiparasitic. It's amazing. And we use it in a lot of things. And actually, any new pregnant woman would know that if you have morning sickness, you want to take ginger. You want to put ginger in your juice. You want to put ginger in your tea. And if you have nausea, of course, anybody who's been on a boat and it's rocking all over and you feel bad, then use ginger. So, you know, naturally food should be your kind of vaccination, shouldn't it? You know, vaccinations are all imperfect. And they are actually many times making the pathogen that you actually want to treat even stronger. Because, you know, with resistance comes strength. And we're seeing that a lot of times. And because body vaccinates on its own, it makes antibodies by the food, by the lifestyle, by the exercise, by sleeping enough. That's really how the body vaccinates itself. So only looking at vaccinations and putting everything that you believe into that, and you know, not thinking that lifestyle is going to be very, very important. It's kind of a fool's game. So start making foods that will be your natural vaccination. So I love rosemary, so take that, take a little bit of Bragg's for flavor, a little bit of sesame oil, about a tablespoon, and here we go. So this makes a great soup. Now you can make it thick, you can make it thin, it's up to you. And I don't think a soup should be too thin, right? So now you can serve this. This is served hot, of course, as could be an appetizer, or it could be the meal after a salad. Remember, we always have a sprout salad even before this. And actually the name butternut squash is a Native American name, and it actually means very much to eat it raw. Well, I love it both ways. Now, this probably would be a dish that most of your friends would like because it's familiar and it really has all good nourishment for them. So, and they will feel good. You know, isn't it nice when you feed your friends and family and they feel good afterwards? They didn't have combinations of food that really destroyed your digestion and elimination. You want them to say, gosh, I love that. I loved what you did last night. I felt so great after that. That's the deal. So here is the butternut squash, and enjoy this.